All right, folks, welcome back to Campaign 17. We are in episode 4 now. I want to say that because I'm pretty sure it is episode 4, but we're trying to hang on here in the very tippy top of Northern Virginia. I don't know that I'm going to be able to. Seems like a fairly tall order, so we'll see. It's mostly a readiness issue. See, we can get you guys scouting. That'll help. McDowell needs all the help he can to scout. Oh, wait. All right, so this is an auto-resolve. Buckner's Corps, I don't know how big Buckner's Corps is now. Yeah, 10,000, that's okay. Yeah, we'll leave it at that's okay. I'm going to leave McClellan in scouting, even though he probably can't reinforce McDowell, because I don't think McDowell's going to need McClellan. And that way, if McDowell falls into the orange after he engages Buckner here, I can then rotate in. Oh, no. All right, so then this is going to be a battle. And the plan is simple, is to try to go in there, whoop up on them before our reinforcements come. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be the plan there. And as long as that happens, then the readiness issue shouldn't really matter. McClellan left in scouting shouldn't be an issue. I guess we'll have to find out. All right, so what we have been granted is the top right corner. We get to defend. We get to defend Warrenton Turnpike out here it's really by Griggsy's farm. And they are coming from somewhere, right? I know that helped a lot. The south or the west. And that's generally okay. It'd probably be even easier to defend. I'm not thinking of sitting back and defending. We have a numerical advantage. And if we can wipe this force before they get here, great. So, I don't know which one of these I'd be more concerned about. I think I'd be more concerned if they're coming from the south. So, Morrill is going to go out there. We have 3 divisions. We will have Keyes' division. Yeah, we'll have Keyes' division deal with, well, I guess until we find out where we have to go, we'll stay like this. It allows us to stay a little bit more compact. We will have Hunter go over there. Heinzelman will eventually be defending like that. All right, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to try to make this look a little pretty here. Get rid of this. And let's get into it. Moral. What am I doing wrong here? Scouts. Yeah, it's been there for, I don't know, 3.5 years and still can't find it. So let's go take a look south. If they're coming in south, oh, I did not realize that those roads don't connect. We're gonna go. We're gonna go that way. We actually do have order delays on, so we're gonna send McDowell ahead. We haven't left Heinzelman on the road. We're going to move up there. We're going to move Hunter up there. Keyes is... Oh, I didn't do anything with Grant. Grant can hang out here until we figure out what's going on, and I'll relieve you all, I guess, of having to have to watch me find the AI. And as Lux usually has it, if I put you on pause, the AI would magically then show up about 0.3 seconds. Wait, I didn't even have to do it that time. All right, so we found them. All right. I want to get on the same side as they are on. So I'm going to try to get across Hunter and Heinzelman. Grant's back here anyways. Maybe we post Grant up here. We detach... I should have done this before. I should have detached that artillery before. And eventually, once that goes through, we'll have Keyes try to get his infantry across. All right. You guys don't actually have to do that. Just sit there. Ricketts, same thing. We don't need you going over there. You just come on over here. Well, hopefully make a better decision than that one. Moral's here. He's stuck with my old bad movement orders. If we can get him up there and he can hold, right, this hill with this stream below it, that should allow at least 2 divisions to get over. Let's see. Why are we not getting this battery to show up? Yeah. So we're going to detach them, and then we'll have Grant go across. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. We no longer need scouts over here. They've done their thing, and man, the AI, though, getting 2 cav brigades up. And we've seen them before. We ran into Pickett's cavalry in one of the previous battles, so this is fine. Have them move as quickly as possible. I also got to order my alter ego here, McDowell, across so that we can, or at least up to here. Yeah, Heinzelman, that's good enough. All right, Morgan is just about in place. Fine. Could probably also push them back into the woods, but I just really need them to hold for now. And though it's risky to do this, we're going to risk it, and we're going to try to push Keys across because I just think it's going to take too long trying to push across the Lewis's Ford. And even if I did, I don't know if the front is wide enough to be able to use them all. So that's my thing. And before we start shooting, I also just realized that I never moved Mitchell up. But before I start shooting, I did have to change the sound up in OBS so that the gunshots that come through don't drown out all the nonsense I have to say. Also just want to see if we can work on this zoom speed thing. So it should be battlefield map scroll speed. That's... we really want the zoom... zoom in, zoom out, yeah. Because the scroll speed, I think, is just what you use with the mouse, but it doesn't move all cover. I do like the new voice effects. My critique in one of the future ones is that they probably play a bit too often and have a tendency to say the same thing over and over again, right? Save your water for the fight. I'm like, okay. Or for the shooting, or whatever it is he says. I don't know. All right, we're doing that. Ricketts is still going to go that way. That's fine. All right. Not what I wanted to see. Not at all. So we're going to push our Cav down into terrible territory that Cav does not want to be in. Did he say somebody's walking out of their boots? Hearing has never been my forte. Alright, so Wofford is appropriately enough challenging me, I guess. You know what? Why don't you focus over there? Now, we did not construct that pontoon, even though we had the engineering points. That's actually probably one thing I should do if I'm not going to build a lot of fortifications, but we'll try to have these batteries deal with them. Yeah, I'm absolutely okay with that. Can we go on board with these guys? Yes. You know, I think I could probably fix zoom speed in the game settings. There we go. Last Samurai, those guys. Same thing with you all. Yeah, I mean, this is an excellent move by the AI. I would go dismount and lose formation, but that is still perfectly fine. Well, we are going to try to make them pay a little bit, though, by bombarding that Cav. And it's one of those things, in retrospect, it's probably good that I did send Grant over here, right? So I think Pickett is going to get walloped as a result of this. That's just my prediction. But yeah, trying to send more troops over here would have just led to an even bigger backup. All right. Oh, good. All right. So they're sending a lot of infantry to hold over here. That's fine. We want you all up there. You up there. Alright, maybe we move to where I think they have to go. That'll be what we do with them, and maybe to get them moving, we will mount up. Alright. And maybe just leave this artillery. We'll get them to stop, and then we'll have them move. But, yeah, we're going to push that way. Okay, you stay on them, you stay on them. I don't know if it's worth it to do. Probably not, but we're going to try this anyways. You all are going to try to get over. Is Grant here? So Grant is... Oh, that is Grant. All right. Good. Yes, you go for them. You go over here. You can see we're moving much better mounted, as, you know, kind of makes sense, but like how bad they are when they're dismounted, it always feels a bit odd. Now is this... That is it. I think infantry. Yeah, that's now coming up to deal with this. That is not good for them. Yeah, sending them in unsupported. They're just going to get 3v1'd, and it's going to be bad. This cav, I think, is free enough now that we can move over here. By my count, I wonder if we've seen everything they have. Because they had about 10,000 troops. We've seen 2 cav brigades. They're now... Oh, so there were 2 infantry brigades here. So it's actually not as bad as I thought. Alright, 3v2 is not as bad as 3v1. Not as good as 3v3, but... Okay, you're going to bombard. Yeah, you're going to get up there. That's fine. Alright, and then this is Hunter's division. We're going to order them over here. Yep. Keys is doing the right thing. I am a happy camper. I probably could have set much more of this to AI orders, but I did not. Yeah. Let's zoom in. Alright, so maybe we withdraw Tyler. And we order up Richardson. Very good, very good. I don't think these guys are going to be able to support, but maybe... Yeah, so we'll get Mitchell and McDowell together. Grant. No casualties for Sherman. Or for Shank. They're just shooting what's in front of them. Okay. Good on them. Yeah, we're not actually going to melee them, but I do want to engage them. Or I don't intend to melee them. Tell me we're not as close to victory as I thought. Alright. Yeah. That was funny if that was the artillery, actually. I don't think that was the artillery talking to the infantry, but it was well timed. Alright, so the way is clear here. Let's go over. Same with you. Yeah, I mean... Here, we'll post up here. And post up here just to try to harry them a bit if they contest this crossing. Alright, so their cav has moved over there, so then let's just get over here and try to get on that infantry that's holding things up. And maybe we can just use general orders here. So where's Mitchell? So we'll have Mitchell order attack. And we'll see how the AI responds. Alright, so they're sending out skirmishers, which is smart. These guys are going prone, but they're not able to fire back, so they're just gonna rout. They're not in enough cover for that to be able to work, and I don't think they're gonna outlive my ammo, so. But they are under bombardment, so that's probably the other reason they're doing it. We'll shell the trees over here, but this time I'm convinced that there are actually troops in those trees, so we'll do that. There we go. Oh, they kicked out skirmishers. That's interesting. Yeah. Look at those shells pouring in. Saw them just zoom across the screen here. Let's see. Go on board with our friendly cav. Get a little motion sick if that's your thing. Of course, not the thing you choose, but yeah, the thing with which you are afflicted. Not where you want to be if you are the CSA. That makes sense. Alright, Old Ormsby. We can't switch to assault. Yeah, they have Cav blocking their way out, so. The AI started off strong. I will give them that. Alright, we don't need to watch the rest of this. Alright, loading back in here. So, 1,600 of their casualties, but who's not coming back? 299 killed and 1,000 captured. Yeah. Very rough for them. Which reminds me, I feel like in a previous episode, I don't know what happened, but I feel like McClellan's army needed upgraded weapons. Well, it looks like I must have done it. We also need to construct prison camps if we can. And I'm guessing we can't because we don't have the credit to do it. Yeah. All right, well, it'll get overcrowded. But I've modded out most of the benefit or the detriment that we would suffer for that. Because the AI won't... It just becomes a balance thing. So... Alright, that was that. We can... Yeah, we're going to leave McDowell scouting. McClellan can scout as well. Do any of them... See, look at that. Yeah, there's something going on here where... Yeah, sappers and miners. I don't know. Maybe we will take them. But we don't have to do it right now. Yeah, triple C plus, it's not, we're not doing that great. We're still waiting on the Tariff Act. All right, it's all coming back to me where I was in this campaign. Project Civ Order is really good early on, as is Propaganda. I don't think we're hard up for troops at the moment. Let's see if that's true. Actually, we are a little bit. So recruitment offices wouldn't be bad. But I still think that this early in the campaign, we will go with... Notice how Civ Order changed where it was, as did Propaganda from just like 10 seconds ago. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, you're almost back to the green. That's fine. I don't know how this auto resolve is going. Do we need to send? I don't know what you're doing either, but we look very likely to win that. At the cost of Patterson will have very little readiness left. But he's going to be on the... Yeah, he went down to red after that. Jeez. For winning. So he's going to... He's on friendly territory or in friendly territory. So he will get his readiness back a little bit quicker. That's a vanilla setting I've kept. We must have got a morale buff there from winning a certain number of early battles. We can see that at least in this playthrough, the CSA is not out recruiting me. Coupled with... Yeah, they're already taking a lot of casualties and a lot more casualties than I am. It's a tough thing to balance, but they have not, as far as I know. Yeah, and they went with the recruitment offices and propaganda themselves, as they should. Yeah, it's kind of the trade-off. Either you can have them recruit more troops than you, or try to, and then they go into recruitment and credit crises, or they recruit too little and then they can't do enough. Who knows what the right balance actually is. So I think the plan was to take Kelly and maybe try to get on the Polk's Corps, this first corps under the Army of Indiana. And honestly, I think I actually already put Kelly in that Army of Indiana. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Abbott's force isn't even fully arrived to begin training, so I don't think that's gonna do very much. But they do have a supply depot. What does our intelligence think they have? About the same. Well, who knows? Maybe it's 24,000, maybe it isn't. But we'll try to get our readiness up to green and then think about pushing out from there. Finances, yeah. So it's still a big old... I don't know what's going on with tariffs. The tariff levels are much lower now than they used to be. I wonder if this has something to do with Whiskey and Lemons, because this is the first campaign I've started that came out after the Whiskey and Lemons update, and so the tariff levels seem much lower than they used to be at this point in the war for what I've done. But we haven't even finished the Tariff Act and done some other things. But I hope that this isn't another one of those, what I feel has been put into this game too much, artificial roadblocks meant to slow the war down and meant to make it kind of drag on because the AI can't deal with the challenge. I believe we're about to get our ironclad monitors done. Let's see if there's any basis for that. There is. They're almost done. And I think I had a bright idea to maybe go for Fort Hatteras here. That should be it. Let's see, what do you have? All right, we got that at least. That's something. As is that. As is this. All right, we'll see how they fare. Down in the Gulf, I feel like I should also be doing stuff, but I'm not. I think I'm just sitting out blockading, which is Not usually the best way to go about this. How much are we spending on that Navy? Not a terrible amount compared to what we're spending on land. All right, very good. McClellan is back. All right, I think I am going to choose some of these just so that we're not constantly waiting for readiness to come back. It's a bit exaggerated in this game. When the time comes, you too can have skilled cartographers. Oh, I forgot that it affected movement speed. Thought it was just the intelligence gathering, which kind of helps. So that's a good one for the CSA on the finance side. It's gonna hurt them on the support side, which we should see soon. I don't know that it's actually come through yet, but it looks like the AI has just been beat out of Northern Virginia. That there's no one left to contest it. Kelly's almost going to be ready to move. And with Lyon, we're just trying to hold at least the center of Missouri and north. I should kind of found out that, so I'm reading the newer, it's newer to me, the newest textbook. I did the one on artillery, and now I'm finishing the one on financial crisis. It's not, I don't think it's the one that's called logistics. There are two that are similar. It's not Civil War logistics, it's the other one. It's the feeding men and moving armies. And we just read the section, or we're in the section about the Trans-Mississippi, but they talked about Missouri and Lyon and how Southwest Missouri and the Arkansas or campaigns, the campaigns for Little Rock played out. And at least Hess's view is that the Union really only needed to hold the kind of the northern half of Missouri in order to have access to Kansas. That's not why I'm doing it the way I am. It just happens to align with what I was seeing. All right, we can probably go back to 20X. Well, actually, so this is Hampton's division. It's 14,000. I don't know what is coming with behind it though. So that was the Ohio and Missouri. That was the one that I built. We're not gonna be able to do it again until we get much better. All right, so they are trying the old run around here. We should probably take those railroads if possible, get over there. We're gonna take McDowell out just in case he's needed. See, that's so silly that it's already here. I do not know what. I went in again and I looked for things that I could turn down so that they did not. These Corps and the Army levels did not perk up too quickly. All right, so that was enough to knock him back. That's fine. We could leave McClellan there. We can leave McDowell right where he is, and we can leave Mitchell here. And that should be fine. Just to hold what we have in anticipation of a future push. Do we lose a battle up here? What is this? I'm thinking we did, and it was just one of those things I did not read. Ships constructed, creating a destination, Battle of Fort Washington. No, I think that was one of the groups that was fighting here off of Hatteras. Yeah, I don't need you blockading. I need you engaged. But, well, you may be going there, and that's fine. Actually, I think there is a two. I think there's a 2-star in one of these, but we won't be able to take it until we get. Oh, amphibious attack gives us a chance to take it, and I will give them to the fleets because I hate having to have to constantly go back and re-bombard the same fort because we're just missing a perk. All right, do your thing, McDowell, whatever that thing is, and oh, I have no idea how we didn't get any of that news. It's time to move. Let's get up here. Let's get you out of scouting. Get you over to here. All right, we're about to get a new intelligence report. Moving into the new month. That is a big old force, man. I don't agree with this move at all. It makes zero sense to me, but I bet that is an absolutely huge army. Okay, we'll move McDowell here. We got 30,000 there. 20,000, that gives us 50,000 altogether. I think that will have to be good enough. And then looks like the actual forces are up here. So we're going to move McClellan up here. And we'll send McDowell, I guess, to join him. Old muddy roads. I may also give them embedded reporters just so my troops don't get angry later on. How are we on numbers? We had 70,000 a moment ago. We're up to almost 75,000. So that's some progress. What do we know? So they went with Terrafact, and their credit rating still tanked, and they're not recruiting a lot. The last thing you can spend money on is recruiting. There's like you have to have really good credit to build buildings because to keep the AI from constructing a lot of bad buildings. That's how I had to set it, and it has to be symmetrical. Is this just like terrible intelligence? That's cool if it is, but no, don't move McDowell because he doesn't know what's going on. We can move McClellan, who seems to keep his readiness up better. And we will see what we can see. Alright, so we got our Terrafact done. And now we have a choice to continue. We do have a bit in the CSA territory. We can go for numbers of men. I think I'm going to keep my options open, go with government funding 2. That allows me to either then, I can always go back to Ag, or Ag 1 and 2 pretty much, and get some subsidies for farm mechanization, which is really good, even though I've balanced it so it's not as broken as it is in vanilla. Or we continue with the funding line, or we can swing over to bounties if the CSA really presents us with some issues. Well, Jackson would be proud because I am completely mystified as to where the AI is. Couldn't tell you. All right, it's got to be time for Kelly to move. He's got to be in the green, and his destination is going to be to find Polk's army and to fight it. I mean, you can use whatever movement you want. It's going to be your first engagement. I don't know that that's going to go terribly well, but... All right, Abbott is at least around with a force. You know, if... You know what? We're going to bring him here. Him being Hannibal Day. And he might be able to bring the First Corps in so that at least they get the First Battle Blues out of the way. I'd hate to have to rely on him too much, but it's otherwise 50-50 fight with green troops on both sides. So, yeah, bringing them in would help a lot. All right, and you can see with me now, even with skilled cartographers up, McDowell is he. It's in his stats, man. He will just struggle to get readiness. Oh no. Oh no. You there, stop raiding. The population's going to get mad at me because they're like, well, why are you raiding friendly territory? I'm sorry. I misclicked. You know, that's what Civil War General said. I misclicked. I'm sorry. How did things go down here? All right, we captured it. That's great. All right, so Rowan can get the biggest force under him. So we will give him some ironclad monitors to soak up the shots. We don't need a 4-3. Probably don't need even that second right there. But yeah, we'll give him that. Ironclad gunboats. Done in a little bit. All right, another monitor. Looks like if we want the gunboats, we're gonna have to get them from elsewhere. All right, Craven, you could use. You don't need both frigates. Give you some ironclad monitors. Frigates got firepower. Monitors are tanks. All right, that's what we will do there. What is this? This looks like it could probably be safely disbanded. We'll keep it with a 4-3, but I don't expect much. Now we could try to redo the Peninsula campaign if we... What is going on here? Oh my goodness. McDowell is still moving, albeit barely. I think it's just the bad weather that's getting to his force. Alright. Yeah, McDowell needs to turn around and get to scouting quick. Hopefully the Second Corps now under Patterson, now they are scouting and I believe they have Cav. They should be back. What? Oh, I wonder if... No, that doesn't make any sense. They were already in Louisville. Alright, new plan. We will try to avoid the Lake Pontchartrain squadron, and we'll go up there. I'm not sure what that's about. Oh, but that does remind me, we can deal with them. Yeah, well, we have ironclad gunboats. Let's supplement that. It's probably overkill for September 61 here, but we're going to add some ironclad monitors. I wonder if it's got all the cotton clads that I made earlier. Hard to tell. Hard to tell from that. I mean, with these, sure, I guess you can become a blockading squadron, and that is what you're doing. I have less of a problem with cheesing the naval stuff because it doesn't matter. And at least it doesn't seem to matter, so. Army of Indiana. Why do I keep going back to 1X? What is wrong with me? How long have I been playing this game? Alright. McDowell still can't get to yellow, so maybe I should just take troops away from him. Alright, there he is. Alright. They all be scouting. Sure. We'll even... I don't think it'll matter with him, but... Okay. Man, Army of West Virginia got there quick. Let's see. If we send Kelly after Polk, does the 1st Corps get brought in with them? Okay, we don't need to be in scouting for this. They do get brought in. Albeit a bit later. This might be something of a long battle. And I think it's a good place to leave episode 4 in anticipation of episode 5.